And the news of this week is our lives, our society, our democratic system were rescued by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We have to first be thankful to them and also grateful that you've got two leaders of great decency and compassion.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Leftist Extremism. The party of resist has become the party of shut up and listen this week. After the media decided Joe Biden was the winner of the presidential election, Biden gave a victory speech, and not 1 minute later, CNN took to Twitter to tell us all to listen.
And we are hurting. Now more than ever, we need each other to listen, to learn from one another.
Oh, I see. Well, MSNBC quickly learned from CNN, cranking out their own promo arguing that they can be the better state-run media.
I feel like we've created a better opportunity and a better world for our children.
These are the days that define us.
MSNBC is sure getting defined because as Biden was giving his victory speech on Saturday, MSNBC turned to their contributor John Meacham for coverage.
Do you concur that that is the way we are used to hearing from our presidents?
Absolutely. Tonight marks the entire election results, mark a renewal of an American conversation where we're struggling imperfectly to realize the full implications of the Jeffersonian promise of equality.
Wow, equality. Of course, if MSNBC was to disclose information with any equality, they might have told you that Meacham helped write the speech and was helping the Biden campaign during the entire election. But, you know, they're allergic to things like journalistic integrity. So it was announced 2 days after the speech that Meacham helped write. But hey, let's ask the guy who wrote Biden's speech how presidential it is.
Do you concur that that is the way we are used to hearing from our presidents?
I'm so surprised that Meacham, he praised on the speech that he wrote. That segment was supported by Robitussin. Give them a call. Tell them to advertise on places that cough up the truth occasionally instead of MSNBC. So now the leftist media says it's time to shut up, listen, and accept how presidential Biden is. And do not question it. Don't you dare question it.
Which they could do
if
they follow the madness of Donald Trump's
It would
claims.
be traitorous, actually, to the process that our country has in place.
It's traitorous to think otherwise. I mean, don't even think it.
There is almost no, there is none. There is no evidence of voter fraud in these cases.
Why would you think about things like voter fraud?
Jovita, if the Georgia Secretary of State's office does ultimately confirm that votes were cast in the names of 4 dead Georgians.
I mean, how could that thought ever have been put into your head?
I hope everybody moves to Georgia, in the next a month or two, registers to vote and votes for these 2 Democratic senators.
Moving into a state to vote and then moving out, that's voter fraud, CNN. But okay, promote that, because promoting that democracy is only saved when Democrats win by hook or by crook is what the leftist media is all about.
Well, what it really means, Joy, is, our democracy, you and I, our families, we really had a close call this week. Can you imagine if we were talking tonight, as we would have been, if Donald Trump had won and you had Donald Trump in office for more than 4 more years with a Republican Senate, without the constraint of having to run for re-election, with a very conservative Supreme Court and a lot of conservative judges? I think you and I would be talking tonight about the fact that our democracy is in dire danger. And the news of this week is our lives, our society, our democratic system were rescued by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Oh, yeah. They rescued us from what exactly?
This week, 82 years ago, Kristallnacht happened. It was the Nazis' warning shot across the bow of our human civilization that led to genocide against a whole identity. And in that tower of burning books, it led to an attack on fact, knowledge, history, and truth. After 4 years of a modern-day assault on those same values by Donald Trump, the Biden-Harris team pledges a return to norms.
Wow, back to the Nazi comparisons. The leftist propaganda machine never stops. But of course, it's the left that wants to round up Trump and charge him with crimes that, he might commit in the future.
And I worry this president will have quite a party with all of this information that he learned as president when he leaves office. That is, unless, Willie, certain sections of law enforcement come after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should listen to our media overlords because they're above the rabble. They have the right to preach to us about dignity, respect, and class.
I feel like we've created a better opportunity and a better world for our children.
These are the days that define us.
Ken, what have you learned, sir?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I'm Eric Scheider from MRC-TV. Be sure to check out MRC-Store for some great gear, MRCTV.org for great stories and videos. Like and share these videos on social media. Shout out to us on Parler. And we'll be back next week with some more leftist media wackiness.